talk about another sport. Let's talk about the NBA.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
talk about the playoffs right now, bruh.
Yeah.
Yo, so
Wait,
let me
real quick. Anybody want Houston to win? Real quick. Does anybody want Houston to win? Real quick.
Houston. I mean,
Houston Rockets? Hell no.
Okay.
I mean, if Houston won, I wouldn't be mad because like Westbrook, his history, he only got as far as the finals, but like the other joints were exits. So if he gets like to the finals this time, I'll just be happy for him out there.
To the finals, but he's not winning this next game.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I love you because you know what? I made a bad call and I said Houston Rockets are gonna win. You're right. I will admit you were right in that situation.
1, 2, 3, Cancun. That's where they going. You already know. Lakers in 5.
They going to Disney World. They just gotta take a shuttle bus down the block.
No. You know where they going? They going to Magic City.
Lemon pepper Lou.
Get them lemon pepper wings, baby. You already know what the deal is. But listen, I picked before the series. I said Lakers in 5, and I am going to be right because they're not beating us tonight. I'm sorry. Sorry,
Houston
Houston
lemon
Rockets
pepper
fans.
Lakers in 5.
Then all of a sudden, you see Daniel House, my man. He was, getting it in with some female in his room that wasn't supposed to be in there, and my man is married. He got some kids, and now his wife and it's a sticky situation. You feel me? So, hey, the Rockets, James Harden. Let's be real about this. The Rockets are so one-dimensional. They're so easy to defend. Like, seriously. They do the same thing. They don't, because they don't have like a traditional center. They just play small ball. They can only do one thing. So it's going to be easy to defend. And then having AD at the 5, having a stretch for like a Kyle Kuzma or a Markieff Morris, excuse me. Then you have LeBron. Then you have playoff Rondo.
Yes, sir.
And last week, this man said Rondo was garbage. He said Rondo was washed.
Oh, I did hear that from you.
Rondo,
I don't know what he be taking. I don't know what he be taking. I don't know what he put in his system. I don't know what it is about this dude. But he was trash in the regular season. Absolutely trash. I mean, like, I'd rather him sit on the bench and not play at all than play a single minute. Like, seriously, I would have rather had like Trey Burke or like a G League point guard play on the team than Rajon Rondo.
All right, you're getting disrespectful.
He was that bad in the regular season, but then all of a sudden the playoffs roll around and this dude is looking like prime like Celtics Rondo. I'm like, yo, where was this? My man is playing good defense.
Like, it's come on now.
My man is playing great defense on James Harden. I'm like, dude, you were getting exposed in the regular season. You were looking kind of trash in the regular season on defense.
Threes.
Exactly. I was like, how is that possible? This man getting triple doubles. Like, dude, where was this?
I told you, playoff Rondo's a real thing, man. I was telling you, he was. I can't believe it, man.
Wait, were you not just lobbying for playoff Rondo, Aaron? And now you're saying he's trash still?
No, I was saying in the regular season,
that pressure coming down on you, big dog.
He was hot garbage. Like, I was like, dude, like, why are we even playing him over Caruso? And now I'm seeing him in the second round. I'm like, yo, where was this? Like, man is playing great defense. He's looking like 2012 Celtics Rondo. I'm like, okay. This is the Rondo I expect. Like, this is the Rondo I want.
He's the winner, man. Dude's just a winner. He kind of plays like Kyle Lowry, in my opinion. But like
Kyle Lowry.
No.
Whoa. No. You bugging.
Lowry can shoot.
Can I say both just make winning plays in that sense? And that's what I'm talking about.
You said when?
To get you that dub.
You said when?
They're gonna make both guys are gonna make key plays for you to get that W.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't get that W last night.
I understand what you're saying. Kyle Lowry is the go-to. Rondo was never the go-to.
Kyle Lowry the GOAT?
No, not GOAT.
No. I knew you would get that mixed up.
Like he's the first or second option on the team.
Rondo is like third, fourth.
Rondo, well, the thing about Rondo is what I mean by this, he's gonna make plays. Like he's gonna get you he's gonna get you like assist. He's gonna that your team's gonna win. Yeah, I will admit Kyle Lowry is score, but I think in every other retrospect, I think they have the same on defense. I think they have the same impact on defense. You know,
in the playoffs. In the playoffs.
Whoa. Okay, let's be real. Kyle Lowry is a better defender than Rajon Rondo. Let's be real on that.
Yeah,
let's be real. Now, what making it easier for Rondo to defend is the fact that number one, Russell Westbrook cannot shoot a lick. Like Russell Westbrook he's a brick waiting to happen. So he could literally just lay off on Russell Westbrook and be the help side defender. So whenever James Harden is about to drive, right, and Alex Caruso or Danny Green is defending him, Rondo could be like, hey, he could come and double team the dude and boom, strip, and he out of there. He out of there.
Honestly, now, he put Rondo on PJ Tucker, and he looked like, defensive player of the year.
Hey, Aaron, manifest that play. So just like the Lakers double teaming the Rockets, they'll manifest this too, and then we'll have Lakers in 5, just as you said.
Yo, I remember beginning of the series, right? I remember. I think we talked about this last week in the podcast, and I said, yo, we need a double team James Harden no matter what. and Brandon was like, I got you, Brandon. I think you agreed with me to some extent. You were like, but you also something about Westbrook. I believe what they're doing right now.
Westbrook.
Exactly what you said. Put them on. Have whoever's coming Westbrook double James Harden. Just let us take this shot and just let another guy come.
And that's what we doing now, bro. It's so easy. It's so elementary. Like that's why the Rockets not beating us. And then we have Anthony Davis, who nobody can guard. But I also want to talk about the Clippers, bro, because everybody's saying, oh, the Clippers going to win the championship. Oh, the Clippers are better than the Lakers. Well, guess what happened a few nights ago?
I see you, Denver. We see you, Denver. Talk that talk, Jamal Murray. Talk that talk.
Yeah, what happened? Oh, yeah. And then I'm looking at Paul George, Pandemic P. When he played against the Lakers, if he plays like that, you best believe they not beating us. I'm sorry.
That's a bad shot.
Ain't no way Paul George Paul is going to beat the Lakers.
George Paul.
Shooting like 30% from the field, 40% from the field.
Paul George. Pandemic P.
You act like they haven't been winning without him. Like that team is pretty good. They can play defense 1 through 5 on the Lakers.
You disrespecting the Lakers. You acting like we
you're not
level. We're way better than Denver. We're way better than Dallas. That shit not gonna work against us. I'm telling you that right now. If Paul George does not show up, that shit is going. It's not going nowhere. They finna lose. They gonna lose, bro. You cannot allow Paul George to go. What was it? Not even score like 25 efficient points. Like if he doesn't score 25, like good luck. Really. Good luck.
You know what it is.
Score 25 if somebody else can do that. Because I mean, the Clippers are just as deep where Lou Will could pick up the slack and even more. So it's not like he has to score 25. As long as you score.
If Paul George is struggling, we can literally defend Paul George like we did with Westbrook. If he can't hit shots like he's doing now, we can literally do the same thing that we doing with Westbrook because that's how bad he's been playing. That's how bad he's been shooting. So we can literally like double up Kawhi, and it'll be easy. It'll be easy. That's why it's important for Paul. Oh, and Patrick Beverly, he could shoot a little bit, but he's not like a lethal 3-point shooter. So me personally, I would lay off Patrick Beverly a little bit because I don't expect Patrick Beverly to shoot the lights out on us. And if Paul George can't shoot, if he's looking like Westbrook on the court, bricking every shot, then hey, it's gonna be easy to defend them.
It's
gonna be easy to defend them.
Keep the mind in the Clippers, man. I will admit, AD, for them to win, AD has to go crazy, in my opinion.
That nigga AD
crazy. That's the thing. Like, listen, if the Clippers are playing like this, like the days that they win, they score what 95 points. 2 games ago, how much did the Lakers win by? It was more than what, 5 points.
I think so the last game the Lakers played, they won by 10. But before that, I think they were beating the Rockets. They were beating them pretty handily, honestly. It's just
fourth quarter or something like that.
30, huh?
Until what, the fourth quarter?
Yeah, the fourth quarter, we took our foot off the gas pedal and we let them come back. But a lot of times that's what happens when you have a big lead. But then, LeBron and AD did what they did, and they pretty much still let the lead stay put, and we won by 10.
If Clippers are playing the way they play when they win, Lakers are going to beat them. There's no doubt about it. Like, there's nothing offensively that Kawhi by himself can do against the entire Lakers team, because Paul George, he's inconsistent, and Lou Will, inconsistent. He's not consistent enough to be like one of those people that you can double team. If you're double teaming Paul George mid-game, you can change that, because he's definitely not going to be catching a rhythm if you're double teaming him. Like, it's just plain and simple.
All I know is, yeah, go ahead, Brandon.
The thing about it is you act like the Clippers can't do the same to them. Like, the Clippers can't stop them.
You're gonna double team Rondo? You expect Rondo to go off like he did 2 games ago?
No.
Exactly. And when he does, go ahead.
Okay, that's your point. I mean, if I would make a game plan against them, I would have made. What I would do was try to make sure because they can switch on LeBron. They don't really have, the only person they have to double team is AD.
Yeah, that's why I would double team. But they've been doing that all the time, though. Every game that I've seen the Clippers play, for the most part, I be seeing them double teaming AD. Actually, every game, majority of the time when I watch the Lakers play, a lot of teams double AD.
And to double team AD, you could go off the 5 or whoever the 4 is and make them shoot. Not to say they can't shoot, but try to make other people step up in his place. You're not going to be able to stop AD, but you can at least soften the blow if you would double team him. And to say that Lou Will is inconsistent, I mean, who's going to check him? I mean, Rondo, not to say he doesn't play good defense, but you think Rondo is really going to sit here and stop Lou Will?
You said who's going to check Lou Will? Mm-hmm. Come on now. Don't play with Alex Caruso like he not one of the best on-ball defenders. Like, come on now.
Because he has a lack of a shot. Clippers don't have a lack of a shot, and Clippers can actually shoot. My question about the Lakers is, can they sustain their good shooting? My question is, can they? Because we've seen guys like my problem with them is not Rondo. Is can their shooters make their shots? Because there's been games where their shooters just haven't made the shots for whatever reason.
I think at the end of the day, if LeBron, because I'm a Laker fan, I'm a diehard Laker fan, so I watch like majority of the games. And every time that LeBron and AD go off, for some reason the role players seem to show up. So to me, it all comes down to LeBron and AD. If LeBron and AD do their thing, I believe the role players are also going to do their thing. But the key player in this, the key person in all of this is Kyle Kuzma. If Kyle Kuzma can show up like he's been doing in the past for the second round and give us 15 to 18 efficient points and play stellar defense, play really good defense, I'm telling you, that's going to go a long way. That's going to go a long way. And we need that third scorer. If it's Rondo, if it's Kyle Kuzma, if it's I don't know after that. But if it's Rondo, if it's Kyle Kuzma who shows up as that third scorer, then hey, I think that the Lakers they got this. They got that in the bag.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm really looking forward to a Lakers versus Celtics rivalry matchup, man, in the finals. That would be dope. That would be really dope.
You mean the Western Conference Finals, man? Damn, man, come on.
I think you're both. I think you're confusing.
What do I
have?
You
mean the finals?
I don't have my math wrong, Brandon.
You mean the finals matchup?
Lakers and Clippers in the finals. And I was like, what?
I said Celtics.
Oh, you said Celtics. I thought you said Lakers.
He said Celtics. Hey, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad playing the Celtics in the final, getting the 17th championship against the Boston Celtics. That would be a beautiful thing because the Boston Celtics have the most finals championships.
Yeah, I think Celtics are gonna beat the Heat.
That's
that's nice.
Both of these, you know what the crazy thing is? Both of these conference finals are gonna be better than the finals, man.
Two red and green teams beat each other just to beat another red and green team. That's hilarious to me.
I don't know. I think it's gonna go 7 games, but I think if they can get Gordon Hayward back, I think the Celtics have the edge. But if they don't have Gordon Hayward in the series, I don't think the Celtics can win because I think their depth, the role players, them not really having the role players to really match up with Miami Heat, because Miami Heat, they have a lot of good players. They have Tyler Hero, you have Jay Crowder, obviously Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo, Goran Dragic, Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson. Like, that's a lot. Bro, that's like, what is that, 7, 8 deep right there?
Yeah.
7, 8 players right there. In Boston, they only have like 6, 7 players that you can really – actually 6 players. Yeah, just 6 players that you can really rely on because that's going to be the key. Can the Celtics, like, withstand, not having, like, a deep bench? But I think I have Miami.
Hey,
I don't know about you guys.
Hey, Lakers versus Miami would be dope too because that's like LeBron going against his former team in the finals, and both teams like have had a finals history, so that would be like real dope.
I mean, that would be cool, but that would be 5 games.
hey, each team. Hey, I think each team it don't matter. I think it's going to be either 5 or 6 because both teams don't have size. They don't have any size. Like, they're so small.
Bro, if the Lakers utilize their size, to what?
I mean, I'm not saying the size don't matter, but I mean, I think it's been proven that size don't matter.
No. It's because they're not utilizing it. So far, it hasn't been a factor. Listen, is JaVale McGee and freaking Dwight Howard?
Yeah.
They're not
exactly.
They're backups.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey,
Dwight Howard is definitely a backup. Definitely.
He's changing players.
You said what?
Do you think JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard are really going to have that much of an impact? Don't get me wrong.
But they can catch lobs, can they not?
They can catch lobs, but the space would be definitely off.
I think it's all it comes down to defense at the end of the day because you see the Rockets series, we're not playing our centers because just defensively, the Rockets, their whole 5, starting lineup, they could all shoot and stuff. So I think with Miami and with Boston, I believe that the Lakers could play big because I think Bam Adebayo is their center, if I'm correct, and he's not like a 3-point shooter or anything like that. He can shoot mid ranges, but he's not like a lethal 3-point shooter. Yeah. And I believe Boston. Yeah, I believe with Boston, Daniel Theis, he could shoot, but he's not like a marksman. He's not like I wouldn't even say he could shoot better than Nikola Jokic in that respect.
Oh, definitely not. What?
Yeah. So he's not. I think we could play JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard when it comes to Boston and when it comes to Miami. So yeah, I think they could utilize their size when it comes to those 2 teams.
But the thing with JaVale, he just loves getting dunked on. So that's
yeah. My man is in Kodak moments. My man is always in them Kodak moments, bro.
Exactly.
But I think each series it'll go either 5 or 6 games because Miami is just too small, Boston is too small, and they just don't have any depth when it comes to Boston and Miami. Their only star player is really Jimmy Butler. I like Bam Adebayo, but he's not like a true star yet, in my opinion.
Yeah.